What's the story, guys? It's Eamon Z here. Back here with another 1v1 GB singles episode 5 as far as I know. Looks like we're playing Retaliation today. So this is going to be a slightly different video. Last four, I think it's 4 videos I've done. We've won all those games, but this time I'm going to do something different, and we're actually going to look at a game that I lost. So spoiler alert if you were looking for the end result or whatever, but yeah, we're gonna have a look at the game that I lost, see what I did wrong. I feel like this is a good game. I think I played against a guy and he had a good record. I think he was like maybe, I don't know, I want to say like 15-5 or something, but he was quite good. So I was happy with how I played, even though I did lose this in the end, but you'll see how it plays out. So again, I suppose off the bat, doing the usual sort of stuff. Didn't check that head glitch as long as I usually would, which is a big thing that I suppose I've been saying in my videos and kind of preaching to you guys, and I've started doing it myself. And I don't know how, like, the less said about that one the better, but I should have seen him coming up the stairs, and you know, I suppose got lucky timing or whatever, but it's a grand first round win. But yeah, I mean, going back to that play there, I checked that head glitch down the hallway for still probably a little bit too long. I mean, what I was doing was checking it for like 10-15 seconds. Like, if they're not going to be there in the first kind of 5, you should kind of start rotating and start thinking that they're going to be in different places. So eventually I did rotate A street. He happened to go B side. That's just a pick. You kind of go 50-50 on a bomb site. That's kind of standard, you know. So then on offense, I think I decided to just kind of pre-aim the bedroom here. That's quite a popular spot for people to pop out and have a look mid-street. Again, probably timing there was okay. Didn't look at it for too long, and I spot him here on the platform and just kind of pre-fire it. See, he's there, and I decided I'm just going to get out of there. Always good play. If you're in a poor position there, I could barely see him. He could probably see pretty much all of me there. So it's always a good play just to get out of there if you're unsure. Change up your position. You know, kind of, he doesn't know where I am now. I don't know where he is, but at the same time, he was in a better position at that point, so changing it up is always a good option. I kind of decide then I'm going to wrap to B. Being a bit more decisive as well, as I said in my last video, was to kind of just pick something and do it, and I spot him up in the bar. I kind of had to keep running, to be honest. Wasn't going to really challenge him there. So also here I kind of made the assumption that he was going to go around kind of through the back markets to my left as I'm planting the bomb here. Now you can always assume these things, but you know, he actually came the other way. So again, you know, I slid in there kind of blindly. Just I was convinced he was coming the market side, going to come down, push my steps. I pushed into garage or bikes, whatever you call that. He happened to come in that way, so I suppose the main thing there to take away from that is just if I had pre-aimed garage or went in a bit slower or looked at the door as I was coming in, I might have got the kill, might not have. You know, it was kind of a bit of timing as well, but I'd say the main thing there is even if you have the assumption, always be aware that they could actually come from pretty much anywhere. So again, I do this is a good place to watch this head glitch on the hall as well from this kind of far back, because you shouldn't really get hit by an nade, and he pushes A. So again, I looked at that a little bit too long, because you saw he got A bomb just as I turned off that head glitch. So by timing I should have known that. And then he's here on this wall run, kind of getting a gunfight, and again I feel like that's something that shouldn't happen. I get 4 bullets in him here, and I think like there's a patch that came out recently enough where they nerfed the range in the K-bar, so it's not you need to be a lot closer to get that 4-shot kill, and obviously he had an MV4, so his range was a lot longer than mine, but this was pre-patched, so I don't know how that happened. I stopped shooting. I thought I had enough bullets in him. Anyway, moral of the story there, don't stop shooting until he's dead. Yeah, so that's that one. So we're 2-1 down in this game. I decided to get kind of aggressive here. I push up onto kind of the scaffolding area, check the plat, because that's quite a common spot, and I like this kind of jump up. You can see back steps, back market, and you can kind of see the bedroom as well, so that's a kind of a good one to look. And I clear this out and I decide to plant to get the bomb down. Again, something I've said in my previous videos, I need to start getting the bomb down more. I did it a lot this game, and I found it was quite helpful. So again, got the bomb down there in somewhere that in an area that I could see it. I don't know if I've ever said this, but if you're planting the bomb, like if you watch any of the pros, the CWL Dallas is actually coming up this weekend. If you have any interest in that, check it out. But if you watch any of the pros, when they plant the bomb, if they're in a 1v1 or 1v2 or whatever, they'll plant the bomb, they'll get as far away as they can, but they'll have the option to check the bomb to see if your man's defusing it. So the idea here is to every kind of 7 seconds, well, every 6 seconds you want to check it, because it's a 7.5 second defuse, so you might catch him on the bomb. One point I want to make about this is, okay, yeah, I won the round, sure, and he's shooting bodies for I don't know what reason. I won the round, but I gave him the kill. Now, we'll see in another couple of rounds why that's really important, that you don't give him that kill at the end of the map, or at the end of the round. He builds up his kill streaks, and I think I do it in another spot here where, well, we'll see anyway, we'll see how that goes, but try not to give them the kill if you can, because it's all building towards their kill streaks, and you'll see how that comes back to bite me in the end. So on defense, I decide to get aggressive, push this plat area, and I realise he calls out a scarab, so I'm thinking he must be in the spawn area, because you have to wait, I think it's 10 seconds, don't quote me on that. Scarab blows up, I have blast shield on, which I haven't been running for ages. I don't know, I only started running it recently, and it's saved my life more than I can count with, especially people using scarabs. Then I do something really silly there, I push him, right, and he plays this well, in fairness to him. He's just hiding in that back spawn, and he's thinking, okay, I played my scarab's blown up just outside, he's around here, he's going to try and push me, and that's exactly what I did, fell into his trap, I suppose, per se. So it's important that if someone uses scarab and it doesn't kill you, just, I don't know, just run away, or like don't kind of challenge them, because they'll be expecting you to push. A lot of the better players will anyway. So that's one thing I realised, and blast shield is essential if you can run that class setup. I might do a class setup video if you guys want that. If anyone wants to see that, let me know. So I decided to get kind of aggressive on this one again. I think there's connection issues. If someone can tell me what that is, the little orange dots on the left of the screen there, they just disappeared. I think that's something to do with connection. So I kind of do a big weird wrap here. Again, not really sure what I was doing. I make a bad mistake here as well. I plant and decide to go markets, I think. Yeah, and I can't actually see the bomb from markets, so like that's a rookie mistake that I just can't be making. I kind of realise it at this point, and I run back and I'm like, oh shit, I can't see the bomb. So I kind of in this terrible position. I don't advise this at all. This was not a good position to be in. He can come from either side, and I don't have no cover. He just has to come up, and I think I did this before, and a guy came up and just hit me in the back. Like it's just such a terrible position to be in. And again, I do something really stupid here. I'm kind of fairly sure that he's not ran onto the bomb, and then I jump out in the open to check it, and then he kills me. Again, giving him that free kill at the end of the round. No need to do that. Absolutely no need to do that. And that's why I think this game is valuable, because now if you look, he has active camo and he has his Trinity rocket, and he's 75 away from a bombardment, I think. Maybe not, I didn't really look at that too well. But yeah, moral of the point, moral of the story is that there's absolutely no reason to be giving away those free kills. They're just going to come back and kind of bite you in the ass, really, effectively. So he played B a lot of the rounds. I don't think he planted the bomb once today. He ran A one time, but he didn't plant it. So I kind of checked it again, checked that A street, and it's always worth checking that wall run on the outside, because players do like to use that. Like if I had stayed here, I could have got caught off guard, you know. I think he popped his camo there. Yeah, he did. So I got lucky there. He kind of wasted that. So round count's 4-3. I'm feeling pretty good about myself at the moment. I'm nearly at reactive armor. That's something I haven't mentioned actually. I kind of changed up my loadout. I'm not using camo anymore. I'm using reactive armor. I know it's a lot to get it, but the way I look at it is, in a 1v1, you're always going to be planting the bomb. You're always going to be carrying the bomb. You're going to be getting all the kills. So again, I don't know if it's a I suppose a strategy or a tactic, but I feel like you do get enough points. I don't think I earn it in this, but if I had a better game kill wise, I might have. It's just personal preference, really. I mean, camo is good for certain plays, but I feel like I've been in gunfights with people who've used reactive armor, and it's kind of won them essentially the gunfight. So that's kind of just all I have to say about that, really. I mean, it's just a personal preference. I said I'd try it out, switch it up, see how I got on. I didn't tend to use camo a whole lot anyway, not as much as I probably should, so I kind of cleared out this back graveyard area. Spent a bit too long doing that again. Need to be a bit more decisive in that case. And I decide to get on the wall run. Now, incoming fail, yeah. So two things. If my movement was better there, I would assume I'd have gotten on that wall run, probably stayed alive. He was close enough, but I would have pre-aimed that kind of area that he was coming from. Second thing is that comes back to me giving him free kills. Like if I didn't give those free kills to him, he wouldn't have had that Trinity rocket, which he used quite well, I might add. He used it when I planted the bomb A, that was good. He was probably watching B. So that's a good play by him. But if I didn't give those free kills at the end of those rounds, he wouldn't have been able to use that. I might have got away. You know, things could have been a lot different. That would have been 5-3 as opposed to 4-4, and that's a huge advantage. Mistake number 50 million at this point. Challenging him on that. Absolutely no need. He had an NV4 and he's been running it the whole game. Been running an NV4 the whole game as far as I know. Like I just needed to slide out of there, keep my life. I was on defense. He would have to get the bomb down. You know, there's absolutely, again, no reason to be challenging that. It's just these small, very, very small, minute details that will win or lose you these games. Like if I hadn't made any of the mistakes I made, now obviously you're going to make mistakes. Some games like that's going to happen. You can't get away from that. But if I hadn't made some of those mistakes, I think the game could nearly be over. But at this point, it's 5-4, 5-4 to him. So I nailed down the A street there just because, I suppose, just to check it really that he might be on the A bomb, and kind of a decoy in the end is what it be. Can't speak. It ends up becoming a decoy because I nade A to make him think I'm going A. So if he was on B, he probably would have rotated to check. So I went B then in the end. So that's always a good play if you want. This is also a terrible place to watch the bomb from, but it kind of works out. This is a bit of a weird exchange here. Got a lot of shots in him. He decides to get on the bomb. I'm sure I hit him with 4 bullets there, and in the end I spray at him and just catch him with 1. That's all you need. Very poor gunfight. It says I only hit him 4 times, but like I'm convinced that was 5 bullets, like, or I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, if someone has any idea what happened there, I don't know. But 5-5. Oh, I do get my armor. I do get my reactive armor. I just don't get a chance to use it. That's what happens. So yeah, as you can see, it's 5-5. And like, I suppose the timing of it as well. Like, I don't think he gets his camo a second time. So, you know, if you're at 5-5 and you get your reactive armor and they've burnt their payload because they probably earned it a lot quicker than you have, that's a big deal. Like, you know, that is a big deal. Can really help you win, clutch up in a round 11. Again, I'm kind of checking these places, but he would have been there at that point if he was going to be there. And I get in a stupid position here. Checking. I don't know what I was checking. And as you can see, that's the 6-5 loss. He, like, to be fair, I think he hits every shot. Yeah, absolutely melts me. Good shots. You know, GG's to him. Nothing I can say really against that other than that was my own stupidity. I shouldn't have hung around once I cleared out that area. I should have moved to his side so that at least I would be the one that was kind of hunting him. But, you know, I suppose that's the way it goes. So that's going to do for episode 5. Again, this is a little bit different. I know we lost this game, but if you guys enjoyed this, will you please leave a like or a comment? Maybe subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try and do as many of these as possible. Just keep going, keep learning, keep improving, and if it helped you at all, just let me know. I know it's been helping some people. So yeah, and as well, if you guys want to see anything different from me, if you want to see me do something slightly different, if you want to see a class setup video like I said, or anything like that, let me know. So that's good, guys. Best luck. Thanks.